Hey, what's up, guys? I've got a vulnerable share with you tonight. It's not going to be one of my normal quick ones, so strap yourselves in for a second. Happy New Year. Happy 2024. It's Christopher Rausch, your No Excuses coach. I've taken a sabbatical from TikTok. I've taken a sabbatical from posting videos here for a while because it's important for us to do some introspection. I like to do introspection towards the end of the year and really evaluate how my year went against my goals, against my expectations. I've been coaching people for over 20 years in this area, so I follow my own advice. And in that time, I was sitting there evaluating my performance in different areas of my life, my personal performance, my professional performance, my spiritual performance, and things of that nature, health, and all those different categories that we break down. But I realized that I was operating at a good enough aspect. I was doing good enough. And I sat there and even thought about my own advice that I give to my clients about, reaching for the stars and really pushing yourself, and realized I wasn't doing that for myself necessarily. And for me as a coach, it is massively fucking important to be congruent, to be a walker and a talker of what it is that I believe. That's super, super important to me. Actually, I quit coaching for 2 years because I wasn't being congruent. I was giving people advice I was not taking. Took 2 years off, went through my shit that I needed to go through, and came back and was even a better coach. So I look at these times as times of opportunities. So the vulnerable share is, and I've shared this before, on the TikTok, but I'm coming a little bit longer here tonight, is the fact that I quit drinking 2.5 months ago. October 29th, I quit drinking. And if you know me, you know I like to party and have a good time and drink Jack Daniels and vodka and orange juice and just have a good time, beer at the summertime and stuff like that. It's just been the way I've been all my life. I've just been a party guy that's had a good time. No harm, no foul. But I just realized, and there's been many times in my life where I've quit, but I've quit with an end date, right? I'm going to quit for 3 months. I'm going to quit for 2 months. I'm going to do 75 hard, something like that. So I just have to psych myself up. Okay, I just got to get through this and I can go back to what it is that I was doing before. And the reason why I'm sharing all this with you is because I'm getting to a point that no matter if you have something going on in your life that you need to stop, maybe you need to stop overeating, maybe you need to stop smoking, maybe you need to stop whatever it is, Netflix, stop opioids, stop whatever it is, stop smoking pot, whatever it might be, stop eating sugar at night, whatever it might be for you, this is going to help you. So this is my intention as I come back onto TikTok in the beginning of the year and just kind of share, where I'm at personally. I can always give you advice, but I think it's also important for us, especially as coaches, to share with you guys what we experience, because they've just gotten certificates from a university for $49 and they call themselves a life coach. It's fucking ridiculous. It's embarrassing. I've lived 3 lifetimes at least, and I've helped other people go live many, many lifetimes. So I'm an expert in this, and I can say that with all confidence and honesty. And so what I'm sharing with you right now is the thing when you want to quit something is you have to have a big why. You have to really have a big why. You have to really have had enough. And this is the thing. You may be in a situation like, I know I want to quit and I should quit, but you haven't had enough yet. Get this. You haven't had enough yet. There is going to come a point, where you have had enough of the things that you're doing right now. And it's going to wind up potentially in being a regret. Oh, I regret not taking better care of myself because now I'm in the hospital. Now I'm on all these medications that make me sick and tired. And I take medications because that's what the pharmaceutical and the medical health care industry bullshit wants to do. Don't get me started. So for you having that big why, walking that talk, like if you're giving your kids advice and you're giving people advice, your friends advice, oh, you should do this, but you're not doing it yourself, you're being a hypocrite. And we got to stop that shit. We got to stop that shit big time with ourselves, because when we stop being a hypocrite to ourselves, we stop tolerating bullshit from ourselves, it's pretty incredible what it is that we can accomplish. And I will tell you this, not only did I just quit drinking 2.5 months ago, but the God's honest truth, and I wasn't even going to say this, but I quit taking my opioids on Tuesday. I think it was Monday, but my last pill was on 6 o'clock on Monday. And I've been taking pain pills for many, many years. You guys know I've had a horrible back. Actually, 4 years ago today, I had 2-level fusion in my back, which was excruciating and horrible, and took me a year to recover. But I'm back, and I still have back issues, and it's painful, and sometimes those pills help, but they also can hinder, and they also can cause us to be a little bit more depressed. They can cause us to be a little bit slower in our reaction time. They can cause us not to feel the best. And for me, I know that those pills make me feel negative. I know those pills make me feel like shit. And so it's important for me and for us to realize I've had enough. I've had enough of waking up with a hangover. I've had enough of feeling bloated and distended. I've had enough of needing another drink just so I can forget the fact that I feel like shit, right? Whatever it might be for you. Is it time to finally say I've had enough? And I inspire you to get serious with yourself. See yourself in 3 or 4 years if you continue this habit, whatever it might be. You're shopping too much, you wind up bankrupt and broke, and fucking everybody hates you. I don't know. I'm trying to use different examples here, but you get my drift. Whatever it is for you. But you got to get serious about that in the fact of stop lying to yourself when you're going to have had enough. See it in your mind's eye. Oh my God, I can see the day where I break and I can't take this relationship anymore. I can't take this job anymore. Those things are killing you, by the way. those bad relationships and those jobs and the commute and the poor health that you're taking care of yourself because you're so tired and so exhausted and so overwhelmed, that is killing you. So if you want to live a long life, if you say you want to live a long life, then I encourage you to stop doing these behaviors and get serious with yourself and get the fucking discipline to become unstoppable, right? Is it going to be easy? No. But I can give you this a piece of advice. I'm going to give you some pieces of advice throughout this video as well, is the fact that you may not want to do it, but you're going to want the results. And I'm already 3 days out from taking my pills, and today was a much better day. Yesterday sucked, and if I had a pill, I probably would have taken it just to make myself feel better, because it's like detoxing off of heroin a little bit. I mean, like a tiny fraction of a bit, right? I'm not a heroin addict by any chance. No, it was just the time for me to stop because of drinking and quitting drinking and taking better care of myself. My inflammation in my back went down, so my pain has gone from like an 8 or a 9 down to a 3 or a 4. And so that's pretty impressive to me. So that tells me that we have to must take care of ourselves. Mentally, physically, spiritually. And when you start doing that, then you start feeling a little bit better. You start doing a little bit more. You start feeling a little bit better even more. Like you get back into the gym, you start making better decisions. You have more cognitive clarity. You start making better choices about people. You just start feeling and doing better, and you start really living to that next fucking level of your life. Go look in the mirror right now. I bet most of you don't have the balls to fucking do this. Is go look in the mirror and ask yourself, am I being seriously true with my goals? Am I doing the best that I could possibly be doing in order to achieve what it is that I want most? If you don't want to end up in a hospital on a bunch of medications, you got to take care of yourself. And it's not easy, but man, is it fucking worth it? It is. And I'm here to tell you and be raw and honest with you. Another thing you got to do is replace your negative habits with positive habits. So, I quit drinking. So now it's been more about physical health, and it's been more about like now clearing the clutter in my life, clearing the clutter with people, clearing the clutter with stuff around my house, stuff I've just been lazy and not doing. Clearing that clutter is helping me emotionally and physically as well. I don't have to look at it anymore. So I'm just focusing on this, and I'm just taking it day by day. And you know what I'm also doing is I'm enjoying the process of getting to know myself better and realizing that when we get out of our comfort zone, it's pretty fucking incredible what it is that we can accomplish in our life. It is. And so I encourage you to take this stand for yourself in 2024. Take a stand for yourself to no longer tolerate your bullshit, to take better care of yourself, to execute on the things that you say you hope and want and you pray that you wish that you get someday. Get aligned with people who are going to be in your corner and hold you accountable, which is what I do, and fucking go live your life, right? Stop punishing yourself. Stop running away from your problems and go face them. Go get comfortable being uncomfortable. Get that resilience. Go study David Goggins if you want some inspiration. All right. I love you guys. NoExcusesCoach.com. I've got a group accountability coaching program. If you're interested, hit me up. I love you guys. Just have an awesome year, and let me know in the comments how this resonates with you and what other types of videos you'd like me to do. All right. Kick ass, unstoppable. No excuses.